Hey Stampers, Gainer again. I haven't played with this set yet, but I'm just going to show it to you. Today is the 9th of August. You won't see this till the 21st, but I bought this, I had this as a hostess gift with an order I had last week and didn't have enough for the bundle, but my framelits for this are coming tomorrow, which is the 10th. So you'll probably see a couple of these cards from the 21st onwards. And yeah, this card I'm using today is just using the items that I've got, plus a bit of scissor work for fussy cutting, because I didn't have the framelits. But this is my card. I absolutely love it, and I've added all those little dots on there myself. It was a bit plain, a bit monotonous, so I am going to change the colour of the flower, but I'm going to keep everything exactly the same. I've got that rose gold, I keep saying rose gold, the rose metallic thread, and it's just beautiful. I've popped some Winker Stiller on my flowers. I do apologise that you can't see it properly because the sun is just glaring through my window again. So, inside I popped the little strip that was left over off my DSP, which is the reverse of this one. And I'll show you now. It's absolutely stunning papers. These are what you're going to need. Just gorgeous. You need an extra piece to cut out your 3 flowers, and you've got matching flowers for all of these. I'll show you now. So you've got enough there to stamp and cut out 4 lots of the flowers. This is the Petal Promenade Designer Series paper. I cut mine to 4 by 6. That way I get 6 cards to each sheet instead. I used to cut it 6 by 6, but then I'd always have pieces left over. So this is for the front of the card. I've got to trim this down because they're both exactly the same. So let's do that now. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, and I want this one as 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. So you can see the Designer Series paper in the back. And I didn't want to add the floral side, because I think if I'm doing florals, I don't want florals on my border as well. Do you get my drift? So, but I love this marble side. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. I think I like it more than the flowers. I keep catching my... Oh, I broke a nail today and it went all the way down to the side. Oh, and it's so painful. Well, this is the little strip I've got left over. So I'm going to put that on the inside of my card, just to break up the monotony, as you do. Give something to look at. And the base is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Scored and folded at 4 1/8. I'll just burnish my card. And I like to burnish both sides. Keeps it nice and flat. But then sometimes Gainer goes and adds the card project upside down because she forgets how flat they are. So I'm going to do this now. I'm going to add this piece in here. And it'll just sit nicely along the top there. With a tiny little bit of a groove on. So I'm just adding a little bit of adhesive. This is going to get in my way. So I'll leave a little tiny gap that side. And a little tiny gap that side. It just breaks up the monotony. And I think it looks quite cute there. So that's my card. And I know now when I open it, it's that way. Because I'm terrible. So I'm going to fetch in my Stamparatus when I can find it. Oh, there it is. I'm misplacing things. So the only reason I'm using this is because if I don't get a clear enough image, I can stamp again. And I know I'm using the red rubber stamps, but I also want to keep it in there just for a bit of cushioning. We're going to do our hello as well, and I think you don't have to remove it because I just like it, and it just does me just as good as anyone else. So I'm just going to rub my ink pad and then I dot. And I was thinking, should I wait to play with this set until my dies come? I think that is perfect. So I'm only going to do that once because I think that's turned out fabulous. When I was doing it earlier, I had the middle piece in with the word hello. And it wouldn't stamp evenly. I'm not surprised when one's on one level and the other one is on the other level. So that's perfect. And clean up with these red rubber stamps is a breeze, an absolute breeze. Look at these. These match up with these and these match up with these. Perfect. I always leave my inserts in because that's a nice shape. And if I wanted to do a teenage card and some blobs and stuff like that, I use the centres of these. Okay, so or spray them and spritz them and then use them. Fabulous idea, like they do on the blocks. So I'm going to move this just up a little bit, and I want my words hello. We can use hello. We can use sending love or wishing you the best. Shall we have hello again? I quite like that word hello. I'm going to do sending love this time, I think. I put my sticker in a bit wonky. So let's have the sending love. So I know this has got to stay straight and in the centre. Looks pretty good to me. That looks pretty straight to me and quite central actually. So we'll pick it up, grab our ink. I always give it a rub. It seems to cover the whole stamp and then tap it. And because the cushioning is there and there, I think you get an even better tone. So rub, tap, and I want this really dark. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so clean and crisp. But we're not going to put our ink away yet. I'm going to clean this off. If you're anything like me, I'm OCD. I like to see things going back into their place. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely. Oh, right, come back with that. Where's my... So I'm putting that flower that way. And I'm going to do the same here. Rub tap, rub tap, rub tap. I'm going to lally. Rub, tap, press. And we're not too... that is perfect. So what I need to do is clean, because I'm going to reposition. And all I'm going to do is turn it upside down. Pick it up. Whoops. And whoa, that was lucky it was on the Stamparatus and not on anything else. So rub and tap. And just press. And it just gives me a different shape. So I'm not going to clear that off yet. I'm going to pop that to dry to one side. So I'm just going to position, because I need 3 of these. So push it up. That's perfect now. So I'm going to rub and tap again. I could have done this with a block. There we go, perfect. Oh, do you know I should have turned that? I'm going to turn my card round. Oh no, I'm going to lower my card. I should have done it on the Stamparatus. It's a bit low. You know where I should have moved it up and down? I want that bit higher, lower. I'm not being precise because I'm going to fussy cut these out anyway, so rub, tap, press it down, flip that around now. I'm just going to test. I know it's not straight, look, this is just for cutting out, so rub and tap again. Press. It's just that if it doesn't turn out dark enough, I can just reposition and get it off. So last but no means least, this is a different flower for the top of that stamp. I'm just gonna rub and tap. I think that one should be okay. Perfect. So these are going to be my cutouts. I'm going to colour these. I'm not going to colour the other ones. I did on my first card and I thought, well, I've just covered it all over, so why did I need to cover it up? Because I wanted to have my dimension on there. So pop that away. Oh, I am absolutely loving the Stamparatus. Now check your hands, Gainer, because I did this earlier and smudged it and had to go and do it again. So that's had time to dry now, so I'm going to come in with my old olive. And just... Do you know, it's really gone dim again in here. Again. And I'm just using the small end. And it basically just following the outline and filling in the centre. And these I'm just going to dot because they're so tiny. But I'm going to pick a different colour for my flower this time. My new Stampin' blends come tomorrow as well, which is the 10th. But you won't see this till the 21st. And you won't see all the other projects until after the 21st because I schedule them to come. It's just that if I'm ever poorly, I'm like 11, fingers crossed by tonight's finished, I'll be 12 or 13 cards in front. So that way if I'm ever poorly, you don't get to lose out. And I've always got a video on. And you don't even know if I've been poorly or not then. Don't have to burden anybody then with my ailments. Except for my poor husband, who I adore to pieces. 14 years we've been together this year. And I cannot get enough of him. I just love him more each and every day. So dot your little petals. We have been through so much together, it's just fetched us closer and closer together. I can't bear to be without him, and vice versa, he says. I don't mind him taking the kids swimming for half an hour, but any longer than that and I want him back. So there's my green. I'm not going in with all this shading. There's going to be a bit of shading on the flowers, which I'm going to put to one side. Now we've got to decide what colour. There's a bit of blue, see, in my marble. And I love that. And there's also a bit of grey and a bit of brown. So, I'm going to go for a little bit of blue. But I'm thinking Night and Navy is going to be too dark. So let me grab a piece of scrap out of my wee bin. This is just thick white cardstock that I use for bases. I like it, but do you think it's going to be a bit too dark for this card? I don't know. Or shall we go for Bermuda Bay? Love this colour. But I don't think there's really anything in this card. Oh, I don't know, there's a bit... I don't know. I think the Night and Navy would look better. It's entirely up to yourselves. A bit of brown maybe, but no, I don't think I will. I think I'm going to do a bit of Pool Party. Let's test that against that vein. I don't know, see, it's not... See, I'm drawn now towards the Night and Navy. And if that's the case, Stick to your guns, Gainer, and go for the night of navy. So what I'm going to do, I'm just using, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw the dark lines which are on the flowers with the pale night of navy. These are my shadow lines, as I call them. And I'm basically just drawing over the lines that are there. Nothing fancy. I can copy if I've got something to look at. Not the best, but I can copy. But if I don't, I stick people. That's my limit. I can perhaps draw a comical donkey, not a donkey, rabbit, and a dog, but that's all circles and shapes. But just by adding the dark first, I think the blends should be used dark first, because you can blend out that darkness with a paler colour, or even the colour lifter, to give you a bit of more texture and depth. Bampy has gone and taken the kids swim. We've got them tonight, which is Thursday, instead of a Friday, because they're going to a party tomorrow, bless the little souls. But the party would be over and done with by the time you see. I keep saying that, don't I? I film in advance. So that looks a little bit plain, so I'm just going to give it a little flick, just to break up the monotony of some of them. Just that little extra depth. Right, I'm going to put the pen away. And now I'm going to use the dark pool party. Look at my work. I'm sorry, but can you see this? It's going to have a two-tone, but I'm going to blend the two together. And then we're going to add Winker Stella later, which I think brings that tone down a little bit more. Lovely. And we're going to have two totally different cards, even though they look the same. Different colour flowers, different sentiment. Just gorgeous. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy for the dots. Oh, we'll see, we'll see. Nothing spectacular here. Just colour and blend. You're doing the two together at the same time without even knowing you're doing it. So you're colouring and you're blending all at the same time. And before you know it, these are done. I mean, I'd be doing all this anyway, and then I'd go to the big shop, just die cut them out anyway. When the dies come, I think it's that intricate one I really fell in love with for there. But I've just ordered a Brothers Scan and Cut, so am I ever going to need my dies again? Ooh, I'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. I like that look actually with them flowers, and I think those two colours look really well together. Love it. Just fabulous. So, let's get this done. Don't worry that I've gone over the edge there. I'm going to fussy cut. And also, we've got that pen that lifts away any colour if we've made any mistakes. Oh, I can see a white line there. So I can pop that in there. My white pen is out close to hand. So I'm just going to apply that to that line, and that will slowly fade away. Marvellous! So let's get my scissors out. And they're relatively quick to cut out. I do want a little bit of white, but nothing majorly humongous. I've been watching videos on the scanning cut and oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And they had a special offer on. I think it was reduced from about £400 down to £250. 25% off if you joined the club, which was £20, but that gives you 25% off everything for the whole year you're in the club. I think it's off that channel on the TV. I can't think what it's called at the minute. And you've got to pay for the scan and cut in 4 easy payments. So I made my first payment yesterday, and then I will pay 3 more and it will all be paid for. What a fabulous idea to give you those options to pay over 4 payments. I've seen a couple of other items, not that I want, that I've seen on the TV that give you the option to spread that cut. Look at that, beautiful. They're done in no time. So I'm literally going to snip. It's just so my paper don't keep getting caught at the back of my scissors. So now I've got less to hassle about. And I can continue to snip off the bits I don't need. Because I'm not the best fussy cutter in the world. They reckon move your paper, don't move your scissors. But I never know if I'm doing it right. Looks okay. It just gives me a chance to start again. And I make sure I get right up in that groove because I don't want that bit of white sticking over the top. I don't know if you can hear that. I think my door's just crept open. The TV's on in the lounge. There we go. This is the one that matches the top of the flower. If you can hear that sound, I do apologise. I can't get up though to shut the door. It's not too bad. I can just barely hear it. I think I hear my husband sometimes more than the TV. He does get a wee bit loud. Do I have to tell him off sometimes? Or say to him politely, please be quiet. He forgets. He's so forgetful, bless him. He's like, oh sorry, I forgot you were filming. I said, like, what? I only told you 2 minutes ago. Oh, okay, now stop whinging. Get the best husband in the world. Stop whinging. I think there's a few of us out there got the best wonderful husbands in the world. Isn't that right, Carla? And me and Lorraine and I could name you all. Jan, my gorgeous Jan Windy, lovely woman. And Colin, her husband. Oh bless you, sweetheart. How is things anyway? I haven't been able to add the time to ask you properly yet. I have got a head like a sieve. I never forget, but if you know what I mean, the situation. But I do sometimes forget to ask and follow up on things. I'm terrible. I don't take my phone out the house and then I come home to 25 missed calls. I don't go out the house that much, so I think, why take my phone? But you can guarantee it doesn't ring all day long. As soon as I leave the house to go and get a bit of fresh air, or we've got a nip somewhere, come back, missed calls, text messages, missed calls, and yet nothing all day long. They must know when I'm going out. And I'm sick of callers ringing and saying, you haven't claimed your PIP. That's because I've never had any and I don't want to claim it. Keep it for yourselves. You claim it and keep it. I don't want it. So there's my flowers cut out. I'm just going to flip these over and grab some dimensionals. I'm going to add a few small ones. Because we're going to need, instead of adding tons of them, we are going to add a large one as well. I'm just putting the small ones in the areas I know the big ones won't fit. So, I wonder if I'm going to have to pick a different thread now, aren't I? Because I don't think the metallic pink is going to go. Oh, gosh. What are we to do, Gazer? Right, let's get my little tub in. Start peeling these backings off. And play. Oh, there it is. I wondered where he went. And they fit over these just perfectly. Isn't that beautiful? Love them. I think the not Velcro, the static is coming off my plaster now. Everything seems to be sticking to me. I might do a combination of those dots actually, because I'm loving these two colours. So that didn't take us long, did it, really, to fussy cut and colour those out. So beautiful two flowers here. I tell you what I did do on my card here though. I don't know if you can notice. I went round with grey to make it stand and then decided to cover these up. So I'm not going to do that one on this card. So I'm going to grab my 2 pens. I'm using the smaller ends. And I'm just going to randomly dot. I'm going to keep this quite spacious, this one, because we're adding 2 colours. With the pink, I only used the one colour. And I think it just breaks up the background. You could add some sequins at this point. I added a rhinestone to each of the flowers and there's 11 of them, so yeah, it stayed odd. It hasn't taken us long to get round to here again. That is just so pretty. Now I'm going to take my time and careful, because I'm just using the tip and I'm adding smaller dots. But I'm not going over the top. Whoops. I could have swore I'd seen something moving on my card then. I think the 2 colours together, I'll hold it up in a sec and let you have a look. It's just perfect amount. That is so pretty. Just love it. Oh my word, I love that. Let me show you up high. Look how pretty that looks with the 2 coloured dots. And they're going to dry a little bit paler as well. Isn't that lovely? So I'm going to grab my Winker Stella and a swig of my coffee. Oh, it's lovely. And I've just not long juiced this up, so I'm just dabbing because I can see it's a little bit damp. I'm just going over those gorgeous flowers. And I'm dabbing because I don't want to rub and merge those 2 colours too much together. You don't very often have to re-squeeze your Winker Stella, but sometimes you do. It depends on how much you use it. Oh, I'm just going to... And it's always good to shake. So I'm lifting it up so I can see from different, because it's bright in here now. I love it. Love it. I don't know if you can catch that. Let me see. No, the light is too strong off the sun, but I can see it and it looks absolutely stunning. So, in with our marble piece. I'm going to pop my pens away. I've got a fair few of these out. I've got new acetate boxes coming because I've got new blends coming, so I'm going to have to make a new box. I make one slightly bigger. Right, tear and tape. I'm going to flip this over because I want this to be perfectly straight. And I find using the tear and tape, I'm managing to get it more and more and more and more straight by using this technique, and I think it's marvellous. I'm going to add it on the back of here as well. And I bet people are screaming at me going, why are you covering up those flowers? I love flowers, but I also love the background off the marble as well. So, perfect. Lovely. We've already attached our piece inside. I'm going to make sure this is adhered right down. Right, I shouldn't have pulled all that off. So, what you do is you just place it back over the top and put it back on. There we go. Oops, come on now. That's it. So I can check. I can still move this about, see, until I get it wherever I want. And then just press. Perfect. Right. I love that. I think that is absolutely divine. I never added any thread. Oh, okay, you know what you're doing. Getting too excited, see? We can work something out now for something in a minute. That looks good. Top and bottom looks good. Whoops. And when it comes off like that, just grab it from the bottom, because it's already in place. There we go. It wouldn't move. How's that? Let's see what we've got. I'm going to grab my rhinestones, put my dimensionals back. I can see the sparkle on there now. It looks absolutely stunning. The sun has gone behind a cloud. Getting used to this fussy cutting malarkey. Apparently Stampin' Up! I've got a new pokey tool coming out. But I've already got a pokey tool. I've already got a pick-me-up, so I won't be buying that. Probably cost you about 25 quid. I don't know until my catalogue comes tomorrow. Lovely, absolutely lovely. And now, did you see that sparkle then? There. I caught a glance on that bottom flower. Oh well, I don't think I shall bother with the thread. Maybe, have I got, there's my metallic thread. Oh, now that is somewhere about. I've got 3 of them. I pop them back in my drawers. Yes, here we are. I have the copper, the gold and the silver. I don't think gold would go. Mind you, I'm saying that rose metallic thread might go actually, because I don't know, I like the silver. Let's have a bit of silver. So what we're going to do with this, I'm just going to wrap it round a few times. Get my little snips off. Pull this together. Grab the ends, try and keep them together because that's where you're going to try and stick. So I'm just going to loop them under there and hope they get caught on the dimensional that's under there. Is that going to grab my pokey tool? Right, grab a glue dot. And I'm going to fold. In fact, I'm just going to swirl it round till I get a little ball. And I'm going to just slide that behind on that thread. I'm going to pull little bits out. Now I can see the end there, so I need to grab that and tuck it under there where that glue dot is. Perfect. There we go. We now have thread. There's always a will, there's always a way, if you know what you want on your card. The little bit less loopy, but there we have it. I finally got my thread on there. Oops. Now I've just dropped it all over the floor. They slippery little cotton reels here, but you do get a lot of this. There we go. And I do keep them all in the same bag. They didn't come all together like that, but the bag, I keep them all together. I can't fit the rose one in, so that's in a bag of its own. But there's my threads. They go in the top drawer now, so I can't lose them ever again. Well, I hope you enjoy. I love them. I love both of them. I think they're absolutely spectacular. Love the pink. And I hope you give them a go. Thanks for watching. And oh, if you haven't subscribed already, please press the button in the corner. And if you want to see what I make tomorrow, when my new order comes, then press the little bell straight after. And you'll be notified of when that video gets uploaded. And you won't have to go and hunt and try and find me. I'll just pop up on your screen saying Gaynor has uploaded a new video, and then you can just press the notification and bob straight along and they'll take you straight to it. I hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up and a share, be brilliant. Till next time, and thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me as well. I love to spend time with you all. Until next time, bye.